especially with awareness of where we are in space and how we're sitting or how we're standing, depending on how we're working today. Okay. And the transcript is on. So AJ, before I get to the exercises, I will type them in for you ahead of time. And that way you can follow along. Otherwise, I'm going to be demonstrating and describing things for everybody else so that they can all kind of work to their abilities and really soak in what I'm trying to relay to everybody. Everybody's going to be kind of working at different levels here. So, okay. First thing we need, but not necessary, is some type of a ball. So if you don't have a ball, it's okay, because we're going to be using our hands. So something like this, okay, a small ball. It can be like a tennis ball, doesn't even need to be hard. Optional, but some of us might want some type of a block or something to go in between your knees, like so. Okay. This one I don't really recommend because it's pretty heavy. It's made out of like cork. So make sure that you get, if you have the other ones that are like soft, they're like purple or blue. Those are a really good one. Or the bender balls work really well too. Okay, so optional, once again, if you need something in between your knees. And then some type of ball or object that's light. Bender ball works really good. A water bottle, a stuffed animal, a small pillow, something like that you could hold in your hands. We want to avoid, for some of this movement, like hand on hand. We want to make sure that there's a bit of space in between the hands. So something has to be there. We can't just use nothing. Okay. And it doesn't need to be round. Like I said, anything light. And then the last thing we're going to need is a dowel. Okay. So something that is longer than or wider than your shoulders. We should be able to hold it comfortably in your hands. Okay. And yeah, it doesn't really matter. It could be a dead hockey stick, broomstick. I think AJ used a crutch last time. You can use an umbrella, whatever that you have. Okay. And then I'll just type these in here if you need that. So everybody's taking this time to get their stuff. Oh, and I'm sorry. We also have, thank you. We also have a band. So something that's longer in case you need to do this, or you need to tie some loops in it. Okay, that would be great. If you have more than one resistance band, I would have both near you, light and heavy. Okay, and I'll just type this in for everybody. Okay, there we go. Awesome. So we're going to start with the ball, if this is what you're going to use. Okay, and so you're going to bring it, I'm going to turn sideways so that we can see. We're actually going to be starting with releasing our low back today. Okay, so a lot of the posture, or how our posture is affected, is starting at the pelvis. Because what happens is, if we're sitting, and we're supposed to sit essentially with tall posture on our sit bones. So that means my back is super long. So if you can see, if I was to put this along my spine, you can see how it makes a nice long, it touches here, it touches here, it touches the back of my head. Okay, but what happens a lot of the times when we get into a chair, we're sitting, we tend to get this rounded spine like this. Okay, and this can get really like underactive and can get really stuck. So to get nice and tall, I want everybody to take their ball. And if they don't have a ball, you can just use your hands, and you're just going to do some self-massage. So you're just going to take, and you're just going to massage kind of down right at the sacrum level. Okay. So we're just kind of rolling. We never want to go right on the middle of the spine, but just to the sides of the low back. Okay. So once again, we can be with the ball, just kind of rolling up in here, coming right just above the waist, or above the pelvis. And you can do just both sides. So once again, if I'm using my hands, you're just kind of working with your fingers back here. Okay, just kind of working the one side. So I would start on one side, and then we can go to the other side. Yes, sacrum is low back. Okay. Is the blue ball a weight? I'm not sure what you're asking there, AJ. Just something light. Doesn't need to be weighted for the blue ball. Okay, so I'll turn this way. So now I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so here, or you can use the ball, and you're just trying to get a little bit of movement there. We're trying to get some adhesion gone from the fascia and the muscle there, getting some blood flow to this area so that we can really warm it up. Okay, obviously I'm turning so you can see what I'm doing. If you're in a chair, you might need to tip forward or scooch to the front of your chair so that you can access this part. Okay, so I'll just show with my hands for those of you that are using your hands, something like this. Okay. Awesome. Okay, and then we're going to take that. You can take the ball and we're going to come into the pec. So we're going to come right into the pec here, working right in here. So if you're male, this is going to look a little bit different. You're going to be working right across the chest like so. If you're female or you have breast tissue, you have to go in and behind the tissue. So you're kind of going in and around. So it's going to look quite different. Once again, you don't have to use the ball. You can also use your hands. Okay, opposite arm, this hand is relaxed. We don't want to be tensing up. Okay. AJ, I wrote the equipment in the email or in the chat, and I announced it at the beginning. And I usually give a couple minutes for you to get the equipment at the beginning. Okay, good. And then we're going to take that and go to the other side. Same thing. So we're trying to find the spots that look really or feel really, really tight or tender. Okay, and even when we're doing this work, we want to make sure we're sitting as tall as possible, even if that means you're using the back of your chair. Okay, finishing that up. Awesome. Okay, we're going to ditch the ball, even if you're using it, because I want everybody to use their fingers to pin. So pinning. Okay, so we're going to find the spot in the trap up here, and you're going to find a spot to just pin down. Okay, and you're just going to kind of pin. AJ, the blue ball, it just needs to be something light, so not weighted. So pillow, stuffed animal, a ball, a water bottle, something light, not weighted. Okay, and now you're going to push down, pin, and then peel the ear away to the other side. And pin, and peel. And pin, and peel, making sure your chin is staying facing forward. Peel. And again. Last 3. And 2, really pin those fingers down into the trap muscle. And awesome. Okay, shake that out. Go ahead and give your neck a little side to side. See if you feel any lengthening in the side that you just did. And then we're going to try the other side. So taking your other hand, coming up into that trap. Okay, and we're going to pin the fingers down into that trap muscle. So right up in here, pinning down, find that spot, make sure the chin is tucked. And then we're going to peel the ear to the other side. So we're feeling a nice big lengthening in that neck muscle as we peel the ear to the other side of the shoulder. Okay, and again. And 8. Good. Last one here. Sorry, 2. And again. and pin. Good. And shake that out. Awesome. Okay. So now that we've done both, we are going to start with our cat-cow. So we've kind of warmed up this whole area, and we're going to see if we can get our cat-cow going with a pec stretch. So we're going to tuck the chin one all the way down, rounding down, all the way down to the floor if you can, looking through your backs of your legs. Okay, slowly rolling up. Head is the last thing to come up. And now you're going to take your hands back behind you. Okay, shoulder blades in your back pockets. Reach your heart to the ceiling and eyes up. Okay, deep breath here. Okay, so this is that pec opener. So we're feeling that opening here. And then we come back again, tucking that chin, rounding down, all the way down, letting your back just round, head hang heavy. Deep breath here. Okay, slowly roll up. And hands behind you, opening up the pec muscles, shoulder blades in your back pockets. Reach your heart to the ceiling and take a deep breath here. Inhale or exhale. And we're going to do that again, tucking that chin. So this should all be very familiar. We do these every week, almost. Okay, slowly rolling down. Deep breath here. And slowly rolling up. Hands behind you. This was our last one. Shoulder blades in your back pockets. Reach that heart to the ceiling. And deep breath here. And then center. Good. Okay, we're going to add a twist with a shoulder tap. So you're going to twist, hands go to the side. Twist, look over, and then you're going to take this hand and tap as far as you can over your shoulder again, and then center. So we twist, hands to the side, look over, and then hand up, tap your shoulder, and then center. So it's just a little deeper than what we're used to doing. Rotate, looking over, try and tap. This one's pretty hard, so don't worry if you're like, that doesn't feel very good, or I'm not getting very, very deep in my twist. This is challenging. Exhale, rotate. Okay, and tap and center. We're going to do 2 more. Rotate, looking over. Exhale, tap, and center. Last time. Rotate, looking over, and tap. And center. Good. Okay, we're going to do a side bend. So we've done the forward bend of the spine, back extension, twist, we've done. And now we're going to do a side bend. So we're going to reach up and over. This hand goes somewhere to support you, and you're going to reach up and over to expose the armpit to the ceiling. So my armpit is up. We're not anchoring here. So this armpit's going up. And then reach. And then you're going to do the other side. So we reach out to the side, this elbow goes down, or hand on the rim of your chair, reach up and over, exposing that armpit to the ceiling, and reach, and then we switch. Okay, we're doing 10 of these. And reach, make sure you're breathing. And up and over, and reach, and up and over. Little bit of obliques, AJ, but it's more of a stretch for the lats and the serratus. This is because we're resting our arm on something, it's more of a dynamic stretch. You'll stretch your oblique a little bit. But mostly those lats, which is why we want those armpits to go up to the ceiling. Okay, good. We're almost there. Last set. Make sure you're breathing, everybody, even if I'm not cueing it. Try and remember that breath to move you. And awesome. Good. Okay, we're going to look to the side. and slide, sitting up tall, side, and again. You're passing through center. We're not looking at the screen. This is 4, 3, 2, and now we go up and down. So we're going to extend, pass through the screen, tuck. And again, up and pass through the screen, tuck. And up and pass through the screen, tuck. And up. Okay, last 4. Very nice. And now we're going to tip. So we've already done this one once, but we're going to do it again. So tuck the chin. We did this with the pin here, and then you're going to pass center and go right to the other side here. So this should feel not quite as tight as it did when we started, because we already did this at the beginning in warm up. And tip, making sure our chin is slightly tucked back. We're not letting the head hang forward. Like, I know I let my head hang forward during the day, especially when I'm at the computer. So it's a really good reminder to just send it back and get some length in the back of that neck. 2 more. And awesome. Okay, we're going to do a diagonal reach. So we're going to take our hands up to the corner, and then nice long spine. We're going to try and reach down to the floor on the opposite side. Start at that side, up, and then reach, diagonal reach up to the other side. So this is different from cat-cow in a sense that we're now keeping a long spine. So I don't want us reaching forward. So we're here. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see a rounding in the back, right? Here we're reaching. It's like I'm going to show off a necklace to the opposite side of the room. So my spine is long. Okay. Feet are flat. Feet are on the floor, on your foot plates, using the feet to ground us. Even if you don't have sensation in your feet, we still want to try and send the grounding feeling down into the feet or even into the hips. So right where you're sitting in your chair. Okay, 2 more. Good, last set. Awesome. Okay, coming up in, you're going to open, nice big bear arms, ending in that big bear hug. And then the opposite hand is going to go on top and cross. Good. And open. I want you to spread your fingers wide. So nice, big, wide finger spreads if you can. And open. And open. Awesome. 4 more here, everybody. Hopefully we're getting warm. 2. And 3. And 4. Keep hugging yourself. Exhale. Rotate to one side, center. Exhale, other side, and center. If you can feel your feet on the floor, you're going to push into the floor to get a little more stability. And again. Four more here. And 2. And 3. And 4. And relax. Awesome. Good. Okay. So go ahead and grab your dowel. Okay. I'm going to just type what we're doing out in the chat. And then we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing we're doing, coming up around the world, rotate as you're up at the top, rotate as you're up at the top, bring it back to center, and then hands are down. Okay, AJ, I wrote it in the chat for you to look at. So coming up, over, make sure that you're keeping the dowel on top of your head. So we want to keep the dowel here. Okay, if you have any pain when you bring your arms up, I suggest bringing your hands wider, okay? If you have pain overhead in general, you can just do it to here and just do a chest rotation height, okay? We're doing 10 total. So it's up, 1, 1, down, and that's 1 rep. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, exhale, rotate. Exhale, rotate. Keep those shoulders away from those ears, and then bring it down. Good. And again. And bring it down. Oops, I hit my painting. And up. I have a better rotation on my left side, apparently. And that's 4. Keep that breath going. Shoulders away from those ears. We're not looking up at the dowel. We do not need to look up at the dowel. Okay, I'll say that one more time. Do not look up at the dowel. It is not going to help you. Get your hands higher, I promise. Over halfway. And 7. Good, nice long spine. Hopefully we're getting some heat into the bodies. And again, one more. And bring it down. Awesome. Okay, put the dowel aside. You're going to grab your band. I recommend a lighter band unless you're someone that's worked with me in person and I've specifically told you what band to use. Okay, so palms are going to be down. This is our band pull apart. You can wrap like I'm doing. Okay, or you can, if you've had time to do like the knot, you can make a loop and put it around your wrist. Okay, so if you're able to sit up tall and have your arms extended, I prefer this. If you fall forward and you don't have like a chest strap or something, go ahead and bend the elbows a little bit. Okay, so we're going to come out and we're going to think of squeezing the shoulder blades together. So right in between our shoulder blades at our back. And that's what opens up, like we're going to break the band in half and then back down. Okay, so it's just at chest height or just above. Okay, and we're going to take 10 of these. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Sitting up tall or standing for those of you that want to stand. 3, feeling those shoulder blades squeezing. Nice and long in the neck, halfway. And again, last time. And awesome, that was 10. Okay, some of you will need to switch this out and grab your thicker band. Others will just be able to save and use this band. Okay, and then some of you will be using no band, and you know who you are. You'll be dropping something like this from in between your knees. Okay, others of you, maybe Marn, might want to do the stretch variation for your adductors, where you lean forward and push open your knees. Okay, otherwise, coming in here, so there's like 4 options on this one. Just hold it or do like a loose kind of tie so that it doesn't take forever to get it off. And then your other hand's just going to go on your waist. Okay. Feet are flat on the floor. Okay. We're not pushing into the floor on this one. We're just resting the feet gently. And we're going to think of pulling open those knees to the opposite sides of the walls and then right back in. Okay. We're going to do 20 of these if we can. Here we go. I'll call that 1. Sitting up tall, long spine, tucking your chin slightly. Okay, today's all about posture. So you're going to hear me saying breathe and tall a lot. Halfway. I want you to try and start to envision on this one, these tiny little muscles back here. If you're doing the active work, working. If you're doing the stretch, I want you to start to see if you can feel any sensation up in the groin area or in the inner thighs. And this is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then finish. Awesome. Okay, undo your band. We are going to do this circuit one more time. Okay, so grab your dowel, get a sip of water. Here we go. So we're doing 10 of the around the world with the rotation, 10 pull aparts, and then 20 of the clamshells. Okay. I didn't say this before, but if you're using a backrest, we want to make sure we're not slouching like this. So if you have something you're able to set behind you to stay tall, that would be really helpful. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Taking the hands up overhead and down. Elbows as stretched as you can. Exhaling on the rotation. Halfway. Breathing. Remember, you can widen your grip on the dowel if you need to. For those shoulders, give them some space. Eyes stay forward when the dowel goes overhead. Last 3 here. And good. One more. And bring the arms down. Awesome, you're done with that dowel. Okay, pull apart. So go ahead and wrap your band. Palms should be down. Mini bend in the elbows are fine. You need it. Actually, okay. Here we go. Tuck that chin, nice and tall. Chest height, 3, 2, and 1. Pull apart, break that band, and center, focusing on those shoulder blades gliding along the back. And this is 10. Okay, awesome. Switch your band out if you need the other tension. Otherwise, use this one. Otherwise, if you need to drop an object, you can do that. If you were sitting against the backrest, sometimes it's nice to come forward. If you're able to. Here we go. Hand on the waist. This just keeps us from like slouching or like arching. This just allows us to kind of feel that our rib cage is right over our hips. So everything is nice and flush. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're opening and closing. Let me lower this so people can see. Open and close. Good. For 20. Over halfway. Try and keep the knees evenly opening. So if one side's like getting a bit more range than the other, we want to try and work a little harder on that other side. Oops. And 18, 2, and this is 1, and awesome. Good. Okay, band aside for now. Go ahead and grab your light object. So whatever that is, for me, it's the ball. Okay, we're going to learn a bit of a pattern here. So if you're able to stay tall, try and stay away from the backrest. Otherwise, you're going to grab your object and use the backrest, but have it behind you so that we can sit nice and tall when we're doing this. If you're a higher level injury or you fall forward easily, this might be a really good time to put a chest strap on. Okay, so we're going to be doing something called wheel, wheel up. And I'll just type this in the chat here. Okay, so we're going to be going tap to the wheel of your chair. Even if you're not in a wheelchair, we want to take rim of the wheel and then rotate here. And then you're going to take the ball up into your ear like you were listening to one of those conch shells. Okay, listen to the ocean. And then we go back the same way we came. So we go down, down, and then up. So wheel, wheel, up. Okay, and the hard part about this is that we're going back the same way we came. So you know all that rotation we warmed up in our warm-up? This is where that's coming in now. So we're not just staying forward like this. I actually want you to try and rotate. So you can see my eyes are going with the ball. And I'm trying to rotate like my chest this way, as opposed to just here, right? We're trying to twist with it. Okay. We will be doing 16 of these. So wheel, wheel up, that's 1. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and up, up. 3. If this pattern's challenging to you, slow it down. 7. Keep that breath going. Staying tall. Take it right up to that ear. Last 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And done. Awesome. Okay. From here, we're going to do a rainbow. So the ball is going to go in a big circle. Let me just write this down. So we're going to take the ball. We're going to paint a rainbow all the way up, all the way down, and then we're going to take it to the corner. Then we do it again, other way, all the way up, big rainbow in the sky, and then take it to the corner. All the way up, all the way down, take it to the corner, and then all the way up, all the way down, and take it to the corner. Okay, there's 2 things you can do. If you're really trying to follow along and you're struggling with the pattern, keep looking at me, and you're just going to follow and then keep your eyes on the screen. If you have the pattern and you want to challenge your eye-hand coordination a little bit, you're going to look at the object. So you're going to go up. This is the time where I actually would want you to look up, and you're going to look down. Okay, and then you're going to go up and follow it with your eyes, and then look down. Okay, so 2 different options. We're going to do 10 rainbows. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. All the way up and down. And down. Nice long spine. Halfway. And 8. One more. And 10. Awesome. Good. Okay, take a little break. We're just going to start with those 2. Get a sip of water if you need it. Okay, and if there's no questions, we're going to move on. We're doing that for a second round. Just these two. So it's only this object that we're using. All right. So the first one's our wheel up pattern. Okay. If you found this not that challenging, I suggest that you pick up the pace a little bit more. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Remember, you're looking at the object if you can, or at least rotating your chest to go with it. This is 9, 10, 'almost there. Last one. Good. Right into your rainbows. Here we go. Up and over and long spine. Nice big circles. We're trying to reach up and around to the ceiling. This is only 10. I shouldn't say only. It feels like a lot. And I just did that wrong. Hopefully you didn't follow me on that one. Keep that chest lifted as if you're going to show a necklace off to the opposite side of the room. 3 more. Up and over. If you can, really follow that object with your eyes. Last one. And down. Awesome. Good. Okay. Get a sip of water, take a little break, and then we're going to move on. I hope everybody's doing okay. We're going to get into a little bit. Started to get dizzy. Yeah, so if you start to get dizzy with your eyes following the ball, then just take a break and just look straight at the monitor, because that's a lot of circles. Or move slower. All right, so anchor point. Okay, so we need to have anchor point at one hand. So for me, I'm just going to wrap it. It can be on the wrist. This is the lighter band. So everybody's using a lighter band. Okay, so this is an external shoulder rotation. I just wrote it in the chat. Anchor point, other end of the band is going to be held either neutral. So what you're doing is you're grabbing the end of the band like so that your palms, or like your fingernails, are facing each other. Or if that's confusing, you can do palm up. We just don't want to be here. No palm down. So we're here neutral, which is preferred, or here. If you're someone that needs to do a tie, you could do the tie. It's really easy to just have the palm like this or this, okay? The elbow is glued at the rib cage. So it's almost as if I could hold, here's my phone. It's almost as if I could hold the phone with my elbow as I do this movement. So as I open up here, I'm keeping the phone. I don't know if you can see, but the phone is still at my rib cage. I'm not letting it fall like that. Okay. Here we go. 10 on each side. 3, 2, and 1. Opening up, keeping the elbow in at the rib, and then back in. Okay, like I said, this is probably going to be a pretty light bend for most of us. And we're focusing on that shoulder blade, feeling that shoulder blade gliding along the back. And last one. Awesome. Okay, other side. So anchor point, This can also be done at a door. I'm just showing you so I don't have to move everything. But the anchor point could be like a doorknob, and then you can hold the band. That's actually a really easy way to do it too. But for now, for the sake of demonstrating, I'll use myself as an anchor point. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. And that was 10. Good. Good. Okay, awesome. Go ahead and grab the light object again. Paint shakers. So we're just going to be shaking this as much as we can in front of us. Nice and quick. Okay, if I'm facing sideways, it's almost like I don't want to fall forward. So if I'm doing this and I'm falling forward, we need to go quicker, or we don't go quite as far out. Okay, we're going to do this for 20 seconds on the clock. And I want everybody to count how many they're doing. So try and count how many reps you get out in the 20 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, and go. Ten seconds left. I hope you're counting. 2, and time. Okay, so whatever number you got, the second round, I want you to try and beat that. Okay, AJ, straight elbows if you can. If you don't fall forward, then yes, they're straight elbows. Okay, as straight as you can. All right, so remember your number that you just counted. Put the ball aside, and we're going to go back to the external shoulder rotation. Here we go. Okay, so palm is neutral or up. Elbow in, remember the cell phone right here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, this should be pretty light, not anything crazy on this one. And then we're going to switch sides. Okay. AJ, that must mean your band is too heavy. So if you want to do both, that's fine. But it's a little different. I would just get a lighter band next time. Or hold the anchor closer. We don't want to be so wide. So this is like one of the lightest bands, I think red. If you have the ones from the Disability Foundation, this will be the second lightest band that you have. And obviously the further away we have the ends, it's going to be harder. So you want to keep this anchor really close to the midline, and then this won't be so hard. Okay. But for today, if you want to just do both sides, that's fine. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Oops. That's a good question. The other option is to not use a band, AJ, and just do this without a band. So you would just do the movement in the shoulder, and that's still very beneficial. So that might be something you want to look at. And one more, and good. Awesome. Okay, grab your ball for the last time. Paint shakers. Okay, so remember your number. We're going to beat it. Okay, 3, 2, and 1, go. Keep counting, keep counting, keep counting. Go fast. Halfway. And time. Awesome. Okay, hopefully you guys beat your number, or you at least tied your number. Awesome. All right, everybody, that's the workout for today. I hope you all had a good one. We did a lot of posture work in that exercise. Probably got the heart rate up a little bit with some of the rainbow work and the pain shakers. So I hope you have a great day. I will see you all next week, and I'll stay on for just a minute or two if anyone has any questions. All right, thanks, everybody. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Marn. You too.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Megan.
Thank you, Sasha. I'll see you next week.
You next week. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.